Dear students, I am going to discuss morphology of flowering plants. The term morphology has been derived from two Greek words, morphos and logos. Morphos means external feature and logos means study. Thus, morphology deals with the study of external feature and form of plant parts. Flowering plants belong to the group known as angiosperms. The term angiosperms has been derived from two Greek words, angios means vessel and sperma means seed. Thus, angiosperms include enclosed seeded plants. First of all, we have to study different parts of a typical flowering plant. You may take an example of mustard plant as a typical angiospermic plant. The scientific name of mustard is Brassica campestris. When a seed germinates, two structures emerge out: radicle and plumule. Radicle emerges first of all because it has to form the vegetative part of the plant, that is the root system. The direct elongation of radicle is called primary root. As primary root grows vertically downward towards center of earth, so its mode of growth is said to be positively geotropic. As primary root flees away from sun, so its modes of growth is also called negatively phototropic. From primary root, secondary root arises endogenously at an angle of more or less 45 degrees. Thus, the mode of growth of secondary root is said to be plagiotropic, because any plant part growing undergroundly and obliquely is said to have plagiotropic mode of growth. Secondary root arises from the pericycle layer of primary root, so its mode of origin is endogenous. From secondary root, tertiary root arises exogenously, again at an angle of more or less 45 degrees. So the tertiary root becomes at right angle to the primary root. Any plant part growing undergroundly and horizontally is said to have a geotropic mode of growth. Thus, these three types of roots, primary root, secondary root and tertiary root, make an underground system known as root system. Now please come to the plumule. The direct elongation of plumule is called stem. Since it grows upwardly towards sunlight, so its mode of growth is called positively phototropic. As it flees away from center of earth, So its mode of growth is also said to be negatively geotropic. A stem is terminated and protected by an apical bud or a terminal bud. A stem is differentiated into nodes and internodes. Node is a place or a space on a stem or branch from where a leaf or a group of leaves arises. In the axil of each leaf, there is an axillary bud. The axillary bud is also called lateral bud. So you may calculate the number of axillary bud by calculating the number of leaf. The space between two successive nodes is called internode. So internode can be calculated by using the formula I is equal to n minus 1, where I is equal to number of internodes and n is equal to number of nodes. The axillary bud may form either a branch or a flower. Branch is again protected by an apical bud. It is again differentiated into nodes and internodes. Node bears leaves, and in the axil of each leaf there is an axillary bud. Here one thing is remarkable, that the axillary bud present on a stem may form either flower or a branch, not the both. However, the axillary bud present on branch may form again sub-branch or flower. So, branch and flower arise from the axillary bud, that is, they have the same origin, but they have different functions. So, branch and flower are homologous structure. But if you compare a stem and branch, they are analogous structure because they have their different origins but similar function. A stem arises from plumule and branch arises from axillary bud. After two embryological events, pollination and fertilization, flower is changed into a fruit, and fruit sets seeds. All the above plant parts like a stem, branch, flower, leaf, fruit, etc. all form a shoot system, the above ground system. Thus, an angiospermic plant has two well-developed systems, root system and shoot system. Root system has different types of roots, primary, secondary, and tertiary. Shoot system has a stem, leaf, flower, fruit, and seed. Out of these plant parts, root and stem are plant organs, as they have their own embryonic initials, that is radicle and plumule respectively. Root, stem and leaves are vegetative parts as they pertain growth. Thus, all organs are parts, but all parts are not organs. Flower is a reproductive part as it takes part in sexual reproduction. Flower and seed are reproductive products as they are produced after the completion of sexual reproduction. reproduction. So in morphology of flowering plants, we have to go through right from root to seed via stem, leaf, flower and fruit. But before going to discuss flower, we have to see the arrangement of flowers, that is the inflorescence. In our next class, I shall discuss